Hello and welcome to another vlog from the middle of the night again. And what time is it?
It's 2:34 a.m. right now
Yeah, so almost 3 a.m. in the night.
of 25th of March.
Yeah, and this is potentially the beginning of the US vlog. So we will be going to the US soon, and at the moment we are going to the US Embassy in London from Cardiff. So we have a bus in about 40 minutes that we are gonna take to the Victoria Coach Station in London, and then from there we are gonna go to the US Embassy in London.
The reason of going to US, it is for attending a conference. It is in July, so probably I think this vlog you will see like in late August, September or so. But yeah, we are recording everything. Yeah.
And everyone must be wondering why we are starting every vlog in the middle of the night. So the reason behind that is basically all the main offices, for example, the US Embassy and the airport is in London, and we generally have to travel to London, which is roughly about 3 hours away from Cardiff. So we always try to take the bus, and the appointment is early morning 8:30. So that's the reason like we are taking this bus at 3:20 a.m. in the morning.
And the trains in the UK are quite expensive. It costs you a fortune to take a train. It's around £150 to and fro for a single person. And if I talk about the bus, it's around 20 to 30 pounds. So you can imagine that you can save a lot of money if you take a bus. And the services are quite nice. They're on time. And yeah, overall they're very nice. So that's the reason we are taking the bus.
A few moments later.
So we have arrived at the bus stop, and as you can see, there is literally no one on the street apart from us two. But the thing here is that we still don't feel unsafe at any point, like basically whether you are out in the middle of the night or middle of the day, but you always feel confident about going out at any time, any point of the day. So yeah, and couple of things to share regarding the US visa.
So for applying the US tourist visa, that is B1, B2 category. B1, B2 is visitor or tourism. And especially for the Indian citizens, you go to the website, and we will list down the name of the website in the description. There are certain details that you need to fill it off. The most important thing is your passport, and there are other documents as well. If you are traveling, that is your travel itinerary and so on. We'll also list down the list of documents that you require while filling up the application. So once you fill up your application form, and then you have to take an appointment, you have to select a date and take an appointment, and then you have to physically visit the US Embassy. Currently it is in London, and there you have to take this documents, that is the confirmation page that.
Yeah, so basically after filling the DS-160 document, you need to take a print of that particular confirmation page. That is the most important thing, and also the application ID, which is really important to save during when you fill the application, because once you close down the application, I guess it's not available, as we have seen in some YouTube videos. So just save everything carefully, and then you'll get an email of what all documents you would need to take to the US Embassy in London for the interview. And once everything goes well, we'll let you know like how was the interview experience and what questions they asked in general, and when we will get the passports back. So we will need to submit our passports there, and then it will get stamped and they will be posted to our address here in Cardiff.
And one more thing is the time to fill up the application form is like the application form is quite a lot of things, so it would require you around probably 40 to 45 minutes or so. So there is a lot of information. And also one another thing is there are not appointments quite often, so if you want to travel like say after 2 or 3 months, we would recommend you to apply for the application as soon as possible, because then you have to wait for the appointment date also. So yeah, keep these things in mind.
3 hours later.
So now we have arrived at the Victoria train station, which is a few minutes walk from the bus stop, and we are gonna have some breakfast and then head towards the US visa embassy. So we are now here at Bread to have some breakfast and sandwich.
A few moments later.
So we have finally arrived at the Vauxhall station, and the US embassy is about 15-minute walk from here. So we are trying to find our way to the embassy. So as you can see, we are now walking towards the embassy, and there is a lot of fog today. At this time it's supposed to be warm, but it is not so warm, so it is what it is. So after walking for 15 minutes, we have finally arrived at the embassy, as you can see. And we are about to go in and we'll share the experience. I didn't expect this long queue this early in the morning, but it is like moving quite quickly, so it's a good start.
1 eternity later.
So finally the good news is here, and the US visa is approved for us, and it was a straightforward process, so it was nothing too difficult to provide the documents. And there are 3 stages basically there, where first you need to share the DS-160 form with them. In the second process, they do the biometrics, and in the third process, there is the interview.
Yeah, so if I talk about the interview, the process is very much straightforward. They just ask you very basic questions like what's the purpose of your visit, and do you have enough funds to sponsor it, and and the other question they asked us was, okay, so we are traveling for a conference, so do you have any confirmation of the letter from the conference or so on. So it's just a very basic question. It was less than 5 minutes, I think so. And yeah, so it's very much straightforward. We will close this video now, and then in the future we will start with whenever we are traveling for US.
Hello everyone, so we are recording this video a few months after we got our passport stamped for the US visa, and we got our passports back in the post. So we had two options. Either we could have collected the passports from the US Embassy in London, but as we don't live in London, we had to get them posted, and it was around £20 each for getting the passports back, which is a bit expensive. That is what I think. And today we are going to collect some US dollars in exchange, and we also need to get some adapters for the US plugs, which is a bit confusing because in US it is 120 volts and we are trying to find the adapters. So we have found one in Boots and we are going to collect it now. And yeah, we'll show you what our experience is with the electronics. We are honestly not sure and really scared about getting our electricals damaged in the US, but yeah, we'll see how it goes.
But like one point is maybe your charger would work with an adapter, but like other equipments, like for example hair dryers or so, they are usually in the UK designed for 220 and 240 volts, and it's quite not recommended to use that even with an adapter in the US, because even the voltage and the frequency even is different in the US. So the US works on 60 hertz frequency, so it is quite different. So like it may have some fire risk with this, so it's not recommended.
Yeah, and this is from an electrical engineer, so
Yeah.
do take this advice.
2,000 years later.
And once again, the middle of the night, going to the bus stop to get our National Express service. This has become our favorite thing now, I guess.
3 hours later.
Hello everyone, good morning, and today is the day we are finally all set to leave for USA.
Welcome from Heathrow Airport Terminal 5.
Yeah. And we have our flight at 11:20. Currently the time is around 7:30, so we arrived a bit early. We started early from Cardiff and we took a bus here as usual. So we are just now having breakfast, and another thing was that we ordered the eSIM, and first time we used the Saily app. And it was really a seamless process to get the eSIM, and it just took us few minutes to order the SIM and then activate it as well. So as soon as we land in US, the data will kick in the US. So that was one thing that I wanted to share, and also the perfect service from National Express as always. So we always try to book National Express in advance and they have never let us down. So shout out to the National Express service as well. And now we'll have our breakfast and then just roam around the airport until we start to board. So there is this train within the terminal that will take us to our gate. So today we have used a bus, a train, and now we will board a flight. And yeah, making use of all the transport technologies available now. We just found out that our flight is delayed by an hour, so we are just chilling at the airport now. We are finally boarding now. See you in Texas.
2,000 years later. The next day.
Hello everyone.
Hello everyone. So we have just arrived at the Austin airport and collected our baggages. The immigration was really smooth. They didn't ask any question apart from what was the purpose of our visit. And now we are trying to find our way to the bus stop.
And it was
yeah.
10 hours long journey, but I would say that the experience with the British Railways was quite smooth. Even the food was very nice. And yeah, overall a good experience.
And the weather is really warm. It feels like we are in India. So yeah, which is a good thing. So we are enjoying the weather as of now, and yeah, we'll take you on the further experiences once we find our bus.
One hour later.
So we have finally checked into the hotel. This is our room.
1002. Now
Yes,
we are
can
entering
you-
inside the room, and here is our room. Let us start from here. So this is a very spacious bathroom. There is a huge mirror over here, and we have some in-room snacks, some chocolates, some snacks, some drinks like Cokes, Sprite, and so on. What's this?
Icebox.
Oh, this is icebox. Yeah, this is coffee machine, right? Yeah. And this is the bed. Here is the wardrobe organizer where you could hang in your coats, put your stuff over here. This is a wide television. This is like a desk where you could work. Very nice mirror and the lamp. And this is a very nice chair. Let's sit and pose. And here is a very nice view of the downtown. See, and you could see this. This is JW Marriott.
One hour later.
So we have finally checked into our hotel. It took us about half an hour to reach the hotel from the bus stop, and the bus driver didn't accept cash or card, so he just let us into the bus, which was a bit weird. But then yeah, I think we need to figure it out, how do we need to pay for the bus, but for this time he didn't
No, I think
charge
we didn't
us
had the
anything.
change, and we had like $10, and the cost was around $3, and he didn't had the change, and the card machine was not working, and that's the reason. So
Yeah.
if you travel like via bus, so it's recommended like you have like a
Coins or
Coins,
something,
yeah.
yeah. And this is the downtown Texas area. This particular area is the main city center sort of area of Texas, and it's pretty lively, and it's around 8 p.m. and it's still sunshine and really warm. And currently we are just going out to explore the streets, and we have also found an Indian restaurant where we are going for dinner. It's a takeaway restaurant, so we'll just try to get some food from there, and we'll then come back to the hotel. So yeah, we'll show you how was the experience. This is a nice vintage muscle car, American muscle. So we are currently here at one of the Indian food trucks, and here the food truck culture is very famous. So there are a lot of food trucks around, which you will also see in further videos. So as you can see, there are few food trucks there as well. There is one opening now, so a lot of food truck culture here.
A few moments later.
So this is autonomous food delivery robot on the street of Texas.
The next day.
So good morning everyone. This is officially the first day here in Texas. We woke up around 5 a.m., which was a little bit early, but then I guess it was because of the time difference and we were very tired, so we had a good sleep. Now we are going for breakfast, which is served on the second floor, and we'll see what is there for breakfast. Not sure what the Americans eat, but yeah, we'll find out now. So we have some oats, porridge they call it, some brown sugar, fresh milk, some Cheerios, or what do we call it, Cheetos, bread toast, some eggs, fruits here, and yogurt, a waffle machine, and a juice machine as well.
Pancakes with chocolate,
Caramel.
caramel, and some choco chips.
A few moments later.
Here there is some outdoor seating as well for having breakfast, and because the weather is so nice, like it would be a good idea to sit here and have the breakfast. Nice view of this street, nice sunshine, huge buildings around.
One hour later.
So after breakfast, we got ready and we are here at the bridge. This is called the Bat Bridge because Congress Avenue Bat Bridge. So because there are lots of bats under this bridge in one particular season, we are not sure if we'll be able to spot them now. But the skyline for the Texas skyline is really nice from here, as you can see in the background. So we took some shots which you can see on Instagram, and yeah, basically it's really warm, sunny. It feels hot at times, but the wind is nice at the moment in the morning. So yeah, we are enjoying. There are people down kayaking, if you can see. So it's a nice place overall. So we just finished clicking photos on the Congress Avenue Bridge, and now we are sat down in the shade to cool down for a bit because it's really hot and we are all drenched in sweat. And now we are having some snacks, and we had some water with us that we got from our hotel, and then we are gonna go to the hotel back and order some lunch. But yeah, in the shade it feels nice. And we are just looking at these huge cars here. So all of the cars here are really huge. As I said before, that there is a pickup truck culture here and people like to use huge cars. I'll try to record some videos later to shoot some huge cars that we see.
Later that same evening.
Must have only seen this kind of sunset in movies, but it is for real, and at this moment, honestly, I can only thank God that we got a chance to witness this.
A few moments later.
We are here at this Indian restaurant called Clay Pit, and it is a nice restaurant and has good food, and the staff is very polite.
The next day.
We started our morning with breakfast at like a hotel with included breakfast. Can have our stomachs full and worry less about eating during the day. Hello everyone. So today is our second day here in Texas. So today's schedule was that we went for breakfast in the morning, and then I sat down for some editing, and now we are heading outside to have our lunch and just to explore one of the streets. So it is called the 6th Street, which is really famous for its nightlife, but we are just going there now at this time in the afternoon, and then we'll go sometime in the evening as well to see how it is regarding the nightlife. And we are gonna also go to a Mexican restaurant today for having our lunch because the Tex-Mex cuisine that they call is really famous here. So we'll share how it is. So we have found a souvenir shop. We want to buy a souvenir, so we'll see how it is if we find something interesting there. It is very hard to decide from all these options. They are all really nice and not as expensive as we saw at the airports. We're trying some cowboy style Texas hats. You know?
Thousand years later.
We are finally getting this one. Here is a biker gang Honestly, look at this amazing weather. I want to ride a bike right now. Not sure if they would take me with them.
A few moments later.
Just look at the sheer size of this truck. I'm about 5'9", and even if I'm standing on this platform, the shoulder is below the bonnet of this truck. I mean, if I stand down, just look at the size of this truck. It's so huge. Go and stand there. You are the tiniest creature in the front of this truck. You can sit on the tire. So this is another one. So this is huge, but as well as in length it is huge. So it is called Suburban, and if you look at the length of this car, it starts from here, goes all the way to there. I mean, just look at the wheelbase. Crazy big cars here. So we have come here for lunch. This is called Taco
Taco
Deli. Taco Deli.
We'll have some tacos, Mexican.
Yeah. So this is the taco. This is my tacos. And we had Coca-Cola with them, and we can get these sauces.
A few moments later.
So we are here to share our experience of Taco Deli and basically what we have experienced in general until now.
Yep. So yeah, the tacos were good actually, and just that the quantity of the tacos was a bit less in our opinion.
I mean, the size of the tacos, basically the portions, could be a little more. So the normal taco, like I ordered a vegetarian one, it costed us around $5 on an average. So I would say that for that price, the portion was little bit less.
Yeah, I feel the same. And the US people, like, they also don't greet you. So for example, if you are walking on the road, like, they won't say hi or hello to anyone, which is quite opposite from the UK. So this is one another thing that I observed about the people here. Yeah.
And the other thing is about, like, in general, what I think is, and what I've experienced is, in the US, probably the rules are, we don't know exactly about the rules and regulations over here, but I suspect that the rules and regulations in the UK are quite more strict and more organized rather than in US, what we have seen until now. We could be wrong, definitely, because it's just 2 days we are here, but like what we have seen, like, you could see the cars which are not in a very good condition, but they're still moving on roads, but you won't see that in the UK. So
yeah,
it's not allowed. So, yeah.
and if you have any experiences, do share in the comments, like, what are your experiences about US or any other country that you would like to share.
And basically, there are no people. Like, you won't see many people on the streets. It's unlike UK. At least you see a couple of those, like, at least on the weekends. But even on the weekend, we experienced that there was no much
people.
crowd.
Yeah.
So that was quite weird.
And also other thing that while we crossed the road in UK, so the system of pressing the button and then crossing, it has the same sound all across UK. But yesterday, while I was on the street, so I crossed about 15 different streets, and a lot of these streets had different sounds. Some had, when we pressed the button, like, some had a voice coming out of it that said, like, you can cross now. Some had a different beeping sound, like, all sorts of different sounds were there for the same thing, basically. So which was a bit weird for me. And also some of the cars have the tail light which blinks when they give the indicator. So there isn't a separate light that blinks for the indicator. So it's the red tail light itself that blinks for the indicator. That is what I find weird as well, because sometimes like it seems that they're using the brake instead of the signal. So that was also a bit different here that I experienced until now.
So overall, a bit a different culture than the UK.
Yeah, which is good. We feel that we are lucky to have experienced a different culture here. Yeah. So that is it for now, and yeah, we'll share more experiences soon. Yeah.